Hey guys, and here I am again, Isabella Ritz, an Amazon Made Simple podcast, and I have a very special guest today. I met him probably actually about a year ago. We met exactly a year ago at the White Label event
Oh,
in New York, and he was taking interview from me. He said, "Bella, let's do the webinar." Like, okay, that's cool. And at some point I was thinking that he is fully Russian, but and then we found out that he has some Russian roots in his generation. However, he's not Russian. He doesn't speak Russian, but this podcast will be translated to Russian language. So, and today, Victor Dwayer, welcome to the podcast, and I'm happy to see you today.
yeah. Thank you so much for having me. Thank
Okay, how is your country dancing going?
you. Very good. Still doing it. I'm doing it tonight, Friday and Saturday. So doing
Five, five.
awesome.
I thought you do like 5 days a week.
I do it 3 days a week, 5 hours each day.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
it's a huge workout.
it is a huge workout.
I bet. Okay, tell us more a little bit about your background, because usually, now I know two dancers in the community is Bradley Sutton with Zumba, and you with country music.
Yes.
And I have a proof. We have a lot of reels where you
Yes.
included into the dancing part.
Lots of proof. So basically, the way I got into this whole Amazon mess is what I call it. It's very much of an Amazon mess. The way
Yeah.
I got into it was I started out as a website developer. Got into marketing because I liked how the human brain worked, and then I became a website developer for a company. Learned Facebook ads to drive traffic to that website, and then I interned at an Amazon consulting company, and they said, "Hey, we need to drive Facebook traffic to Amazon." That's how I got started into Amazon. And then once I learned Facebook to Amazon, all these clients were like, "Hey, Victor, we want you to learn the Amazon platform as well." And I learned Amazon, and that's kind of how I got started into it. That's how it went from Facebook to Amazon, then learned the Amazon platform, and now I'm here.
To my memory, you became an official adult just half a year ago. So having this huge experience, when all this experience with Amazon started?
Yeah, I would say like when I was 17 when I first did like everything Amazon. When I was learning Facebook ads, I was 17. Driving the traffic to Amazon, I was 17 still. And then 18, I started learning the Amazon platform. 19, I kind of kicked off and kind of just like learned Amazon ads more. 20, I learned the actual, I started my own business on Amazon. And then 21, I sold my business to Piranha, which I am right now.
Well, good for you now. And I'm not going to ask you how many years you will spend in Piranha, because I believe it's a pretty broad question, and I feel that I know the answer for now. Yeah. Anyway, let's jump straight to the questions, because I have some of them for you prepared. Q4 is coming, and I believe this podcast will be released right at the moment where Q4 will kick off. And I don't know if you're coming. We're going to the very big party of that is Carbon 6 is creating, and it will be September 30, October 1st, and it will be actual kickoff party for Q4. So, and yeah, Q4 is starting October 1st. So tell me, how would you drive traffic, external traffic, because you've been mentioning Facebook, to get more sales? Or maybe you have some other tips for us.
Yeah. So the first thing to realize is that the CPCs, the cost per clicks, are only going to get more expensive during Q4. Last Q4, the CPCs doubled, meaning that if you are on average of $1.50, it went to almost $2.50 or $3. And
here you're mentioning your CPC, Facebook CPC, comparing to Facebook CPC.
I'm talking about Amazon, just Amazon's CPC. That's how much it costs, and it's good. That advertising cost is only going to increase. So that's going to be very difficult to optimize and actually have a lot of success, because that's going to make it where it just gets more and more expensive. That's where external traffic comes in. That's a lot cheaper to be doing. I think every Amazon seller should be utilizing Google Ads to Amazon. The cost per clicks are usually half, depending on what category you're in. And yes, the conversion rate is the Amazon will always be the holy grail of advertising. Let's just get that out of the way. The conversion rates on Amazon ads are insane. But I will say that you can get a lot of other traffic very cheaply, and that drives organic ranking a lot more. Because when you get traffic, when someone purchases through your Google ads, you will, on average, increase by 3 times than a normal purchase on Amazon. Meaning that, let's say if you get 10 orders on Amazon, you're going to see a slight increase in ranking. But if you get 10 orders on Google, you'll see the equivalent of 30 sales of what it would have on Amazon, and that's how the bigger the increases, and that's how much Google traffic is prioritized. So I think it's something that everyone should be doing. Most of the people have the type of product that can be on Google, and that way you just cover all your bases of Amazon searches and Google searches.
So if you would compare, for example, I have, let's say I'm kind of brand new Amazon seller and I have $100 to $150 a day that I'm ready to spend on my ads. And I'm not thinking how much money I can make. I'm thinking how much money I have to spend and not invest in my Amazon sales. So how would you divide them proportionally in between Amazon advertisement and Facebook advertisement, or maybe Google advertisement as well?
Yeah, so I would say when it comes down to it, I would probably split it into 60%, 60 to 70% into your Amazon ads. That's you're going to get the most, and obviously testing out like the placements on Amazon ads. And then I would spend about 10% in Facebook, and like Facebook and Instagram. I compile that into one thing. And then after that, I would spend about 20% on Google ads. And then probably the other 10% ish, like on other niche social media sites like Pinterest. Like if like whatever, there's usually some niche thing that your particular category has, if that's Pinterest, if that's something else, and you'll be able to drive traffic through that, and you'll be able to track the sales through Amazon attribution to see which one's working the best for you.
Okay, so that's a very good division here going on. What software do you usually use, or you don't use any of them?
So it depends what your goal is. So I was helping consult for this company, and I was talking about all these different tools, and it was a really big thing. But when it comes down to it, PixelFi is the best way to use ranking. If you're trying to go push ranking, PixelFi is the best way to do that. If you're
Okay.
wanting to push ranking and use Google emulator URLs, that basically
What
makes it where
PixelFi is doing? I know about PixelMe. I don't know about PixelFi.
yeah, so PixelFi basically has a Google emulator URL, meaning that when you click on an Amazon link from Google, it basically it sends the signal to Amazon saying, "Hey, this came from Google. I need to increase my traffic. I need to increase my
Okay.
ranking for that." And PixelFi has an emulator URL that makes it look like, say, if someone came from Facebook, you can use a PixelFi URL that emulates that. It looks like it came from Google. That's all it is. It's a Now keep in mind it's very black grayish, black hatish. I don't necessarily recommend that, but I'm just saying it's a possibility if you really want to increase rank. And Pixel Me is a method if you want to retarget your customers and use attribution links to track sales and retarget them in the future. That's going to be your method. So basically, for PixelFi, I recommend it if you're using or if you're wanting to push ranking. For Pixel Me, if you're pushing sales, I recommend Pixel Me. That's the difference between the two tools. And then you can track. And then also you can use Amazon attribution if you want to use it free. It's free with an Amazon dashboard. You can use that attribution. It just takes a little bit more time, and you can't retarget them. That's the only difference.
Yeah, and of course, a lot of listeners who will be involved into this podcast, they immediately will tell us, "Oh, gray black hat, I'm in." So, what is gray and black about PixelFi?
Okay, so I am not the biggest fan of super URLs because super URLs are directly trackable. And a super URL is basically a search query within Amazon that basically looks like a person searched. Like, for example, if I type in the word dog bed on Amazon, I can take that URL, paste it, and make where people go through that link naturally.
So it's not
But
dynamic link; it's static link.
yes, it's a very static link. Yes. And
Okay.
you can make it dynamic and things like that. But when it comes to super URLs, they're directly trackable within Amazon. I'm a big proponent on search find buy, meaning that people are opening the Amazon app, searching it, and then going to Amazon. That's practically untraceable, because like that's if I'm a normal Amazon customer and type in dog beds and dog toys, whatever it may be, and purchase, I look like a normal customer. There's nothing they can do to differentiate me and another
No,
customer.
they can, because if let's say till September 15th, nobody been buying this product and nobody been searching this specific product. And on September 15th, 100 different people started doing search
Okay,
buy with like different, and then 100 out of 100 who've been searching the
but
bought the product, then it's
yes,
fucked up.
true. That's when you have to do it very smart. You have to do that part smart. But keep in mind, Amazon doesn't care about rankings. So I have done search find buy for at least 150 clients when my previous business, and I have never had a client pinged or suspended for Amazon ranking ever. Amazon, I've never seen Amazon care about the ranking side. They don't care about. But when you
Did you
talk
do
about
search fund buy with the same keyword or with the different keywords?
same keyword, I ran some of the biggest search find buy processes that are the biggest on Amazon, where we were giving away 300 units a day. Like these are some of the biggest companies on Amazon that I was running search find buy for, and it was 100% fine. Like that's how big the operation in the past for search find buy.
In the past, yes. Let's say it's in the
Yes,
past.
yeah, it
Today it's
is in
not
the
working.
past.
It's not
Yeah,
working anymore.
it no, like Amazon still does not care about when it comes to ranking. They don't care. They still don't care. I still have never seen anyone pinged for a ranking side. They don't care. But when it comes to reviews, that is where you have to be like super super careful. We're talking about different IP addresses. We're talking about different locations, randomized times. They like the reviews. They're really stringent upon, because reviews, they Amazon is legally liable for fake reviews. So because the Amazon, like the U.S. government's like suing them, like will sue them if they find fake reviews and they see that on Amazon's site. That's why it's a huge push. So when it comes to reviews, you have to be very very careful. We're talking about review velocity, like doing like 1, 2, 3, like super super even. Like be careful, do different geolocations. Like that's very complex. Their review manipulation. I have had clients pinged for review manipulation. That is very very easy to do. We're talking about if you do two people in the same city, like for example, like Dallas. If two people in the same city, Dallas, you can get pinged for that. Like just if they're normal customers, you can still get pinged for that. Meaning that you can't leave reviews on the products sometimes ever again. That happens. Like that Amazon is that strict on review manipulation. But on rankings, I have never like you can play around with all the ranking stuff in the world. I have never seen anyone pinged for a ranking manipulation. I don't think they ever care about that. I don't know if they ever will, to be honest, because I don't know. I just don't think they ever will. But when it
Well,
comes,
here I can tell you, it's it's about value for our listeners.
yeah,
So I'm absolutely against search fund buy, and I
uh-huh.
have, especially when we do it with the same keyword. I understand like some people like offering right now to do it with a different type of keywords, and you've been with me at BDSS, and you heard when it was like right now it's a good approach. You can use different keywords, blah blah blah, and like that it's working for now. However, I met there a guy. He is pushing about 80, 90,000 sales right now on Amazon. He's paying the same amount of for PPC. So he's spending, generally speaking, 100. He's pushing 100 almost, right? However, he spent this summer about, I don't remember, he said $30,000 or $40,000 for search fund buy. And the product got zero, zero ranking till they
Wow.
started pushing PPC. So yeah, he's a big seller. I don't know, they're like 9 or 8 figures, but they're like pretty big. However,
Mhm.
let's jump into the Q4 tips. What are the best Q4 tips you want to give people to make sure their Amazon sales will be wonderful?
Yeah. So the first thing is to realize that there are so many other more placements than sponsored products and other things. And it's really important to break it down by format. That's what I've been doing for my previous Amazon clients is we would have it broken down saying like, not only is this campaign doing, because usually everyone looks at a campaign level. And if you're fancy enough, you can get it broken down by product level. But almost no one looks at a format level, meaning saying, hey, right now sponsored brand videos in this category are absolutely killing it. And and no one ever breaks it out like that, because right now sponsored display audiences have been absolutely dominating for almost all our clients, because no one's using them, no one's utilizing the audiences. So it has no competition right now. And historically, sponsored display ads are awful. They have never worked. They are always high CPCs, whatever it may be, and they have really low click through rates. But sponsored display audiences specifically are doing amazing. So when you utilize the new formats that no one else uses and you move fast on them, they work really well. So that's my number one tip when it comes down to it. Don't just
How to
utilize sponsored
choose the
products.
audience there? So I love this approach. I love not the look back for like 37 14. I think they have there's three of them. I like similar products. I love all those. But how to choose the audience, because it's the most important. Some people are going to the audience that is actually their targeting, but sometimes we have to choose the audience that is like for example, the audience that is also buying the same stuff. Like I'm buying this cup, but I'm also buying this pen, right? So how you will find out that I'm buying this pen if I'm just buying this cup? So how you searching for the target audience?
So keep in mind, Amazon's algorithm when it comes to the audience building is very, very limited, especially if you have a Facebook background. You're going to look at this and say, wow, this is garbage. So the audiences are very new, um, very in its primal state. But what you can do is you can A/B test which audience works the best. And to answer your question, you'll be able to put a bunch of products within one campaign and see which one performs the best within them. And that will be something you can easily do to see what product performs the best toward what audience. And you'll be able to build out within those campaigns pretty easily.
So the question is still the same. So how would I choose this audience? How would I pick? How would I test it? Like, should I find to target the cop? Should I target the people who are owning the dogs, or should I target people who just moved into their houses? Like, what are I supposed to do?
Yeah. So I would first break it out, kind of take a Facebook ad approach on it. So I would do first, let's say it's a dog toy. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
targeting people with dogs. So there's an audience for dogs. I would target, first of all, the dog owners. There's usually a dog audience in there. So I'd target dogs first. And then I would do another audience test about people. Um, I would do another one in there, for maybe, because the problem is that the breakdown is so limited on, for example, Facebook ads. You can have a really strict breakdown of dog toys, dogs. You can have your types of breeds of dogs, but it's so limited in that capability. I usually only test one or two audiences in there. So it would be dogs and um I don't even know, dogs and puppies, or I'd probably only test dogs if it was a dog toy. Honestly, I would only test dogs because anything else would be too broad. And then after that, retargeting audiences, you can retarget your customers or the people that view your page on the display ads. Those are the two things I would do, is the retargeting side, and um, then the dog audience.
So you will go straight to the dog audience. You will not try to get any similar audience or the audience that is also buying these products. Like dog owners are buying for like shopping for home goods or something.
That's usually
You
too
want,
broad. Usually, you don't know if they have a dog or not.
yeah.
If they're searching for furniture or something, you don't know if they have a dog, and you'll have better success on product targeting ads. So you'll have better success on that. A lot of people just do sponsored product keyword targeting. That's what 90% of the competition does, but no one does sponsored product targeting ads. And it's a whole other bid subset, meaning that, for example, for the keyword dog toys, if you have sponsored product keyword targeting, that means on average, it's a super competitive keyword. You're probably going to be paying $5 cost per click. Okay. But if you do that same area and do sponsored product targeting, okay, you can actually rank for that particular keyword for almost half the cost, depending on, because it's a whole other bidding subset. So if your competition isn't using sponsored product targeting, it'll actually be way cheaper to rank for the same keyword, but no one does that because it's a lot harder to set up. You have to target the right competitors, see which one works, and there's a lot of like A/B testing on it. But it's usually almost half the cost usually.
Okay, sounds good. And what will be your, let's say, top 5 tips when people are launching their campaigns for Q4?
I would say top 5 tips. I would say definitely first one being definitely utilize some type of external traffic, whether if that is TikTok, whether if that is Google Ads, whether if that is Facebook, whatever it may be. I will say Google Ads will probably be the number one driver for you when it comes to giving the most success the fastest. Everything else is a brand play. Like social media, when it comes to TikTok or Facebook, that's very brand. So that's going to take a lot more time during. It's going to take a year of process to get that up and rolling. Number two, I would say optimize your formats accordingly. Test out like sponsor display, sponsor brand video, and test out those formats and break it out by format. And if you don't know how to do that, I have a video. You guys can watch it, no problem.
Where's
Um,
this video?
it's on YouTube. Just like type in like Victor Dwyer um, Amazon ads breakdown, something like that, and
Okay.
then I have a video that breaks it down. If you don't, just ask me whatever it is, and I can get it for you.
Okay, perfect.
Number three, then I would probably recommend having probably similar to number two, but having also the breakdown by by keyword and then product targeting. That is also a big differentiator to kind of keep your CPCs down on the Amazon advertising side. And that would probably be my top three of what I would implement during Q4. And obviously, doing the Prime Day Prime exclusive discounts on Prime Day that's coming up. Prime Day number two. Make sure you have a Prime exclusive discount, if not a Lightning deal, if you haven't been able to submit that already. And those are the two main drivers on Prime Day. So Prime exclusive discounts if you are too late, and then Lightning deals. Either one works, and that's going to be a huge driver during Prime Day.
Yeah, I agree about Prime exclusive discounts, especially. Here is the one tip I actually learned last year and this year as well. This year was confirming the last year is if you're running Prime discounts, they have to be lower than your regular price because let's say like you've been selling the product for $29.99 for a long time and then you decided to sell for $28.99 and it's just $1 less. Amazon will not give you the icon of Prime Day, but if you decrease it at least for like 15-20%, and Amazon saw that your price was always $29.99 and right now let's say it's $25.99, Amazon will give you this icon of Prime Day. So you have to be lower when you're applying for Prime exclusive discount if you're uploading the file or if you're adding the product. So you will not be able to get exclusive this icon because this specific icon is driving you the most of traffic. We I don't know, I think we got 4 times or 5 times more sales this year than we got like in the regular days just by having this icon. So,
Wow. I didn't
yeah.
know that. That's helpful.
Yeah, it is. So you will not get this Prime Day, and Amazon did not offer us to have this Prime Day icon for our products. You know, sometimes Amazon is like offering you, sometimes it's not. And we applied by ourselves, and we got this blue button, and we've been so happy about it.
And
So
I would also say on top of that, when it comes to Prime Day, our Prime Days for our clients have been way bigger than Cyber Mondays or Black Fridays
yes,
historically, unless you're a tech product. So I almost like tell clients like, hey, rather than having that Black Friday budget, I'd rather take away that Black Friday, like decrease it, at least push it toward Prime Day number two, because Prime Days have historically, like we usually see about a 7x or an 8x increase on a day over day
yeah.
basis. And on Black Friday, we might see maybe a 3 times increase if we're lucky. And so, in my opinion, I would push all my budget for Prime Day number two rather than Black Friday, in my opinion.
I agree. And also, if compare Black Friday and Cyber Monday is always better than Black Friday. again, based on our experience, unless you are selling, the electronics. With
Yeah.
electronics, Black Friday is awesome. But if you're selling just the regular pen and home goods,
Yeah.
people are not really shopping and they're not really excited because they know it will be Christmas week 1, Christmas week 2, Christmas week 3,
Yeah.
Christmas week 4. So people already like smart, and generally speaking, your Q4 is about increasing sales in general. So don't put all your chips just on the Black Friday and Cyber Monday days. Well, thank you. It was useful. It was a lot of nice black and white and gray hats. So wait for people who start reaching out to you saying, okay, so now you are doing this stuff. So help us out. How people can reach out to you if you
Yeah.
want them to.
Yeah. So basically, just reach out to me on LinkedIn. Just shoot me a message saying, "Hey, have a question about external traffic." I at least get 3 questions a day on TikTok. How to send TikTok ads to Amazon. So happy to answer anything there. When it comes to external traffic, I know the best practices and just any Amazon questions. It's my
Okay,
LinkedIn.
that's perfect. Thank you. Izabella Ritz and Victor Dwayer today at Amazon Made Simple podcast, and all useful links, guys, are right here under this video. Bye.